Wolf 14. There it is. Wolf 14 here. It is 9:30 in the morning, and I'm making an update because I woke up at about 8 with a miserable toothache. I mean, it was murder, and it's kind of bright. Make sure I get my good side. Has that joke even been said for a while? I gotta be pretty hard. That's one thing I've been trying to do with my videos. I've been trying to speak a little louder and more clear because I always listen to myself on my videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so monotone. It's so um. So I woke up with this miserable toothache and I almost went to the hospital about it. It was just ugh. And but as I woke up and started moving around, um, took some Tylenol and then it started to um, feel a little better. So I started working on the steampunk gun instead of going to the hospital and going, my tooth hurts, give me medicine. Um, so speaking of toothache, I'm gonna throw in some Skull Man to soothe the pain. And I gotta say, I'm very excited as I was last video to show you the gun, but I'm very excited this time. I was glad that I went with my idea of taking the rivets and on this side making them look like they were pounded in. I'm 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 really glad I went through with that because I think it looks pretty good having and then I've added a line here and my story. Oh, I also painted the grip black, which I think looks really good. And and while I was painting the grip, I was listening to oh, I feel really bad because I can't. I gotta look it up because if I don't, it's gonna drive me insane. I need to know the guy's name. So how's your day? Reginald Pickadivant, Divant, Pike Divant, Reginald Pike Divant, and his song "Just glue some gears on it and call it steampunk. That's the trendy fashion of the day." And he's singing about how if you're gonna make something steampunk, don't just glue brass gears to it and call it steampunk. Have the gears have everything on it, have a purpose, and that's I wanted to add more, but I didn't want to make it cheesy. And so the whole point of this is, like I said, I'm going for an Edwardian kind of thing as best I can. And my plan is as the bullet shoots through the barrel, the the high the pressure would go through the tube and turn the chamber, and that's just kind of what I had envisioned for this little pipe. So um, I'm kind of proud of myself that I didn't just glue some gears on it and call it steampunk. I actually went with the whole idea of it has a purpose. Um, I would like to have something on it that runs from the trigger to the hammer, but honestly, like I said, I'm impatient, but at the same time, I get mad when I have nothing left to do on a project, and that's kind of what's happening right now. I'm really trying really hard to think up what else I can do to this gun. Um, I got what I think is my first comment ever, and I woke up this morning and I found it, and um, again, sorry that I have to look it up. I feel bad about that, but I caught it at like 8:30 in the morning when I first woke up, and so I was very tired. But just a second. Oh no, where'd it go? Oh, there. Rubber Band Brothers. Um, First comment I think I've ever gotten, and I mean on one of my videos anyway. And I want to say thank you, especially for the comment. It was one of the reasons why I didn't just lay around in bed and mope about my tooth. It got me up and it got me working on the gun. And so, Rubber Band Brothers, I want to say thank you for my first comment. Um, and so, yeah, it kind of got me up, got me moving, got me working on the gun. Um, I wonder if I can play that song. I really wanted to use it as like an introduction, but at the same time, I don't know Reginald Pike Devent him um personally, and I don't really want to go stealing his stuff without his permission. Um, but shit, steampunks say nice. I'm gonna have to check that out. It's a parody of shit girls say, but it's shit steampunks say. I like that. I'm gonna check that out. In the meantime, um, I I will be. Like I said, I was very tired the last time I made this announcement. I want to say it again. The Walkersville Southern Railroad will be hosting, and I think I called it like Lehigh, or I forget what I called it. I called it something Coal 125. It's Lehigh Valley Coal 126, and the Walkersville Southern will be hosting it for this coming weekend, the weekend after, and the weekend after that. Now, the weekend after this weekend, I will be there all weekend. I'll probably be there this weekend as well. I'm going to try to make it there all 3 weekends to help out. But the weekend of the 24th and 25th, I'll be there all day. And at 3 o'clock on the 24th and 11 o'clock in the morning on 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 24th, 11 o'clock in the morning on the 25th, I'll be shoveling coal. So if anybody happens to recognize me, like I said, it'd make my day. So, just, also, before I completely get off the steampunk subject, if you're going to do an airsoft gun, I'd recommend doing a uh, a CO2 powered gun because I didn't know this, but it actually does make a little bit of a bang, and I found this out the night almost right after I made 2.5, and it excuse me. I had my window open and I thought, oh, it's just an airsoft gun. It won't make any noise. And I was wrong. It echoed off the buildings, and I just kind of, nobody heard that. Um, I've actually been firing it off in my room, not with anything loaded, just to hear the CO2 go off and to make sure, because I made the mistake of putting a CO2 tank in the gun, and you can't really remove that. Not that I know of. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can't. I'll have to look that up. But I think above all, it has a nice sound to it. It makes a nice little pop. Not too loud, but not too quiet, and it gives off that little smoke. I wonder if you'd be able to. I think it really only makes the smoke if you. Let me do something real quick. Load one in the chamber. Also, I really like how this loads. It's this gun comes with 3 of these little, I don't know what you'd call it. I guess being a revolver, you'd probably just call this like a quick loader. Um, and you pop it in like that, and that's how you load it. And I really like that. Rotates like this. So I want to put this on this side. Shut that in there, and I think I have it on the right one. I need something to catch the bullet. I know what I'll do. Empty can of soda. I'm just going to fire it into there, and then I'll pull it out and I'll show you the smoke. But you can hear the pop and that it makes, and it sounds really good, I think. Still can't really see the smoke. But when you fire the gun, it gives off a little smoke, and I think it adds to it gives off the right amount of smoke, I think, for like a steampunk gun, especially a small amount of smoke, because most of it would be going down to turn the chamber. So all in all, I'm very happy with how it's coming. I don't really want to end it on this, but I feel like if I did end it like this, it would still make a pretty good prop for a costume. And I want to start going to more steampunk conventions and stuff, because ever since, I'm sorry about that. That's kind of gross. But I really want to learn more about steampunk. I really want to get more into it than what I currently am. Me and my buddy at work, we kind of joked around about starting. I'll tell you about this. We joked around about starting an airship crew, and going around to conventions as our airship crew. And we decided on the name Airship George Wayman. And I'll explain the name Airship George Wayman. We decided we were going to be a tobacconer, like a tobacco ship, cargo ship that carried tobacco. And the reason we named it George Wayman is because if you look at a can of Copenhagen, I didn't know this for the longest time, and I actually learned this from watching Outlaw Dipper. The diamond on the Copenhagen cans, it said CW, and I figured that the C stood for Copenhagen, but I never knew what the W stood for. And I found out that CW, I always thought, was actually WC, and it stood for Wayman's Copenhagen. So as he explained, Copenhagen was started by George Wayman, and me and my buddy that started it were both Copenhagen fans, and so we named our airship George Wayman. In fact, you can see me and my buddy on the first episode of the Daily Dippers, which we were explaining what we were doing for the Daily Dippers. Now, here's where I screwed up. I accidentally deleted every single video of the Daily Dippers before I could get them edited and get them on YouTube. I was extremely upset because I literally downloaded the Sony Movie Pro. My memory is absolutely miserable, but I bought and downloaded it, paid like $50 for it just to get these videos edited, and also to make a few YouTube poops. I've always been a fan of YouTube poops. I'd like to start screwing around with that. But the big reason I bought it when I did was to edit the Daily Dippers videos, um, so that you wouldn't be able to tell where I work. Um, so I'm very upset that I lost all that footage. All the episodes of the Daily Dippers are gone, and now me and my buddy, Mr. Gasser 94, work in separate areas. We both moved areas, and neither of us have a real good ample spot where we can make Daily Dipper videos anymore. So unfortunately, we can't do any of the Daily Dippers. Maybe someday in the future we'll be able to get together sometime and make more daily. Well, it won't be the Daily Dippers because I live in southern Pennsylvania. He lives in West Virginia. We can't really make that drive all the time. But who knows? Maybe we'll make the weekly dippers or something sometime in the future. But right now, it doesn't really look like a good prospect. Other than that, my video is running kind of long, so I will see you in the next video. So just remember to always thank a veteran whenever you get the chance. Dip fresh, keep her classy, and one last look at the gun, just to show you what I've done. And like I said, I mean, it started off like this, and when I looked at this and what it looked like, and it didn't look like a bad gun. It looked like a good tactical airsoft gun. It looked real in a sense. Um, the the way I have it, I'm very, 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 very ecstatic of how it looks, and I can't wait to get it out and play some airsoft. And like I said, I'd really like to get a costume put together. Um, so I think I'm gonna end the video, and since my toothache calmed down, I think I'm gonna try to take a little nap before I go into work. I've got a couple hours before I go to work, and I didn't get much sleep waking up with that toothache. So I'm probably gonna pass out for an hour or two, get some rest because they're making us work overtime tonight. So thank you for watching. Again, thank you, Rubber Band. I want to make sure I say it right. Rubber Band Brothers. I was going to say Rubber Band Guys, and I knew that wasn't right. Rubber Band Brothers, I want to thank you for my first comment on one of my videos, telling me to keep it up, keep doing what I'm doing, and telling me that the gun looks beast. So I have to agree. I think the gun looks very beast, and so thank you for that. And I will sign off now. And so dip fresh, keep it classy, and always thank a veteran when you get the chance. So thank you guys for watching.